What's going on, y'all? Another episode of Speaksnsip, the guest list. Today on the guest list,
it's your man's. It's your boy.
Formerly known as Cool Kid Dre.
Now known as the boy. Dre
Yo,
Terrell is in the building.
Dre, what's good, bro?
Glad to be here.
When the last time you been on? Damn, it's been a little bit.
Let me see. I don't even remember.
He don't fuck with me no more.
I don't remember.
I don't know what's
You
going on.
you be doing the fitness shit.
Yeah.
You have DJs on here arguing and shit. Like, matter of fact, I saw the clip with dude talking about DJs are irrelevant or some shit like that.
So, okay, yeah.
I saw the clip, and in the midst of watching it, I saw he was just trolling. Just kind of yeah.
And also, the last DJ I had, Ty, actually, shout out to Ty, love Ty.
Yeah.
Yo, this motherfucker, first of all, he got a lot of backlash. I'm not gonna lie. Yo, motherfuckers in my DMs, what he said on the episode was true. Motherfuckers hit me in the DM, actually, like.
Is it true?
Yo, check this. They hit me in the DMs and they was like, yo, that motherfucker still holding on to my episode, my shit. Yo, where's my fucking, yo, I'm like, whoa, like, I don't know why you DMing me. Like,
They about to make you president?
They about to make, like, oh, I don't got nothing to do with that.
Like, how did you get into a DJ? How'd you get involved in that?
To be honest, Rory had a hot take. Yeah, so he basically was like, I'm gonna quit DJing to start curating.
Yeah.
And then he said his reason, he said he feels like it's at the worst right now. So I guess that really, they took two things from that. One is being at its worst, but two, him quitting. So you got a lot of backlash where he was just kind of like, they were like, well, who are you anyway? Or how many years? How
all
you
that
been?
Extra shit.
Yeah, how you been doing this many years and you don't get this and da-da-da-da, et cetera, so forth.
I mean, I think the DJ shit, I don't know. If I think of it like the hierarchy of the party, it's like, for most important thing is the people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
People who show up because like vibes are first. Then it's the music per se. Because you could just have a party with like a playlist from Spotify playing.
Yeah.
If people is cool, you good.
And that's what we started tapping into. So now that was the thing. People started debating on that as well. Like, is that cool? Like, what if I can call out the next song? You know? So it's like
I mean, is the song popping? Like, I don't, like if I was out and I'm drinking.
So I think that, and I get that, right? So I think that kind of applies more to people. Like, you got to remember, a lot of these people that are saying this, well, technically, if you are a regular and you recur at parties every weekend.
Which is a problem. It's just already a problem.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so I said, like, that's where I look at it. Like, can you really complain? Like, you should know that you're gonna hear shit. Like,
there's certain songs you're gonna hear through the night, and it just is what it is. You ain't gotta. Why I gotta? I've been to plenty of parties, and matter of fact, 2016, I knew for a fact when I heard "Work," I was gonna hear One Dance, and I was gonna hear Controller. I knew it don't matter who the DJ was. And I was waiting for it.
Yep,
that was my shit. So, you know,
so
that's a DJ conversation.
It went from that, then it chimed into a whole thing like everyone's origin story and shit, where the common ground, what I've noticed was everyone felt like unseen or unheard.
Don't we all? You
know, so I feel like that's really everyone's story. It's just a matter of like, I guess they feel like it's a comparison of struggles, which it shouldn't be. You know, like, oh, well, like, I had to do this to get up and I had to do that. Like, yo, just shout out to all of y'all for where y'all at now. But like, y'all can't now be complaining about that shit. Like the same way I asked him the question on, did you give yourself a moment to like give yourself a pat on the back type of thing? And it was like, no. Okay, so that's the same reason you should not stop to complain, because you knew what you accepted. So, you know, like, I don't know. But that's,
you got appreciating yourself. You
know what I'm saying? Yeah, so I feel like you got to do the good first before you just worry about the bad. Like, you got to see to the point that you got to. Like, shout out to LeVar. LeVar was talking about how they tried to lowball him on a Fashion Week offer. And it's like, yo, bro, like the fact that you even got offered Fashion Week.
You know what I mean?
You know, so I think that there comes like pros and cons in it, where it's like a part of me or a part of them really is like you get fully yourself, and then at the same time it's like, nah, but I want this. Because you got to realize, like, yo, bro, these prices, and it's New York. What are you talking about?
For sure.
You know,
it's premium.
You know what I'm talking about? You're talking about business. So if them people don't know you, you know, like, you got to think about it. You doing a party for not your own people. Yeah. You didn't curate it. Real
not
shit.
Your people.
So they not charging you. They're not going to give you what you want. You know what I'm saying? They're not going to give you anything relatively close to the number you think you getting.
But you know, I'm also, you know how I am about nightlife shit. Like, I'm like, I don't really like the way the club shit goes. Like, case in point, son, I don't like sections. I'm with you on that. I hate sections because
maybe the reason is different. But
so boom, if I'm going out to a party, a section is separated from everybody else. Why would I come to a party and be separated from everybody else. That's my whole point of coming.
So check this. What I realized too, and I'm not even gonna mention COVID as a way to excuse it, whatever. But I just feel like it's always been that way. When you have people, right? A lot of these people just want separation. Everybody wants to feel like they are the shit.
That's weird,
right? Same thing. Like, okay, I'll give you an example. Right? Rory was on here. We was talking. He was talking about like, yo, when I go out, I want to feel like a rapper. Right? Like, he was like, I got to dress up. I got to do the whole like shebang, everything, right? And I was like, or you could just go outside with a black tee and work out. You know, if you work out and you wear, it'd be all right, right?
Bro, I've been wearing tank tops all summer.
You get what I'm saying? So that was like the joke that we had there. But when people go out, they just want to be extra. Everybody wants to be just a little bit more, you know,
that's valid.
Type. Yeah, so I think that's what it is. So when you have the VIP, the only thing that sucks is set the vibe. So it's like there are people that are in VIP and stuff like that, and they don't necessarily like. Remember, you're coming as a group, so there's roles. I don't feel like one person has to do everything, but you may have someone in a group that does everything.
Yeah.
There got to be people that socialize. They got to be people that dance.
Yeah.
There got to be people like, you know what I'm saying? They got to be people that scout. There got to be, it's a role.
It's mad
shit going on. You know what I'm saying? It's mad shit going on at once.
And like once the drinks start going, bro, responsibilities
start lingering away. Yeah. So you kind of want to set that tone early on so that everything could be good. But then a lot of times you have people like I ain't gonna lie, you know, you got, we've gone to parties where you got like somebody's whole block in VIP. So like the hood is just grilling. Yeah,
I don't want to be in there.
Like I'm good. Like,
bro, how many times have we gotten to section and like 30 minutes into the section, you're like, yo, where the fuck is Dre at? And I'm like,
somewhere.
Just leave all the stuff in the section. So
because the people out there,
the people's there. There's only two reasons why I think there should be a section. If you were like on some celebrity shit and it's people, you know what I mean? You got to keep the space.
You need that.
That's valid. Or women who are just like, they want to do their own thing.
Yeah.
Me personally, I wouldn't just go out with my friends and just want to be with us.
Yeah.
But I understand as women, doing this weird.
You
know, cool, y'all get your own spot.
Exactly.
A section full of dudes, to me, that's weird, bro. Because then you got
only time that's okay, and it usually doesn't even pan out that way.
It never pans out that way. So
the only time that works, like, okay, a lot of times you have groups, maybe they work together or just a group of friends and somebody's birthday, but you're still inviting women. Whether the guys have girlfriends, a wife, you get what I'm saying?
But I don't think that would be like a club.
Yeah, that's not necessarily, but that's if they went to this type of scenario. But I wouldn't suggest that to be the go-to.
No.
So yeah, a lot of times, I don't know, I'd be confused with that. My take was, and it always has been, was quality people only. Okay. So like if the quality people are not there, you kind of not really getting the vibe that you want.
Yeah.
Like even times when people stand behind a DJ booth.
I don't like that shit.
You know what I'm saying? Like you could stand behind there, but you got to set the vibe.
Do something. Like this,
you get what
fun.
I'm saying? Like you got, like do dumb shit. And I think a lot of times too, what people don't realize is they start realizing like how many eyes are on them and stuff like that. For me, believe it or not, I'm the type of person is once I see like that vibe, and you know, we've gone behind the DJ booth, the VIP, the guests, all that bullshit, right? So the thing is, once I see the vibe of the people and they not really set, it kind of already put my vibe down.
Yeah. I think it's like what you said is on Rari's point. When people go out, they are looking to be the rapper, they're going to live something external. You know what I mean?
I mean,
like
I go out,
I kind of get it.
I've always just been the trainer. They're like, oh, he's the trainer. I'm just a trainer, you know?
Yeah. So we gonna leave that alone. We gonna leave that alone.
Like shit, like I don't know. I'd be confused, but whatever. Like, you know, so it is what it is. But even a guest list with the guest list. So another thing we had talked about when we were talking with the DJs were just should there even be a guest list? You know?
Should there be a guest list?
How you feel on that?
So I've been on a guest list and I've been no guest list. I'll give it like this. In my early part of my 20s, I was always going out with certain girls who were like, I didn't even know niggas waiting online. I was just walking with them all the time.
And was good,
yeah. So it wasn't until
you was spoiled from jump.
Yeah, I was spoiled. I didn't even start waiting in line till like mid-20s. Until I was going out dolly. I'm like, what's all this shit?
This is normal?
And then niggas pay. And that's when I found out niggas pay to get to the front. I'm like, you're paying, but you could just wait. Why would you? It's doing me the same thing. But as far as a guest list, I think if you're like on some celebrity shit, case in mind, like in that kind of point where, you know, you need some VIP access. But I mean, if you're just some girl who knows the DJ and he's just trying to smash, like, I guess, like, that's cool and all, but all it does is get you to the line faster. That's all it really is. Just get you in faster. So getting in faster doesn't make much of a difference to me because I kind of plan out.
Anyway,
you know what I mean? Like
exactly,
I plan out to wait in the line for like 20 minutes, and I'm already drunk by the time I pull up.
You pregame all of that.
I pregame. I did everything I needed to do ahead of time.
You're more so a person that's gonna mingle online anyway.
I'm mingling.
So, yeah,
you know what I mean? I'm talking, I'm chatting like, yo, what y'all about to do? What y'all do? By the time I get in the spot.
But see, this is what I'm saying. It'd be a lot of people that just they don't have that vibe anymore. So I don't know. And then like, okay,
how you feel about guest lists?
I mean, I prefer them not to have it just because I've seen the quality go down for the people that you have in. Like I said, there's roles. So even with the guest list, I feel like there's roles. If you're on a guest list, right? You should. The idea is like, yo, you could be that rapper, but be like semi-important. Obviously, no one's on the like celebrity level. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't be bigger than the person who's throwing the party unless you're. You get what I'm saying?
I'm with you. I'm with you.
You are not above the program. Like you're not above the program.
I mean? None of us are above the program.
Nobody is above the program. So you do have a lot of motherfuckers that step in there and it's like, like I'm good. Like you a loser for real. Like
I just, you know what it is? We've also been in VIP sections where like, you know what I'm saying? We chilling and some weird nigga come in and like, we're associated with each other because we're both on the VIP list.
Yeah.
And it's like,
that's no good either.
Yeah, I don't like this nigga.
But that's the shit I'm saying. And it's like, I feel like for me, like I designate myself as the role player of like, okay, if I'm on guest list, right?
Yeah.
And I go in somewhere, wherever the party is, I go like to network for real.
For sure.
Like the last thing I'm worried about, no bullshit, is just the women. You know what I'm saying? Like, and we know how it goes when it comes to the structure. Guys go out, we like, all right, where the women at?
Yeah.
You know, girls like, oh, it's a girls' night. Oh my God, we just want to be pretty and da-da-da, whatever the case is. Like at the end of the day, I'm not worried about because I do realize, and it does not apply to all.
Okay.
But I do realize like when you out there, like we've seen the bust and we've seen like how many people literally go and chat to this one chick and it's just like, yo, bro, like
relax,
chill. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's more to the party than this one person. Like, you know, so sometimes that shit just make me be like, nah. And then what ends up happening, there's been times too, shout out to G too. Yeah. There's been times we end up looking like we the villains. Like because the girl that some people wanted to talk to, maybe she kicking it with us now. Yeah. Like, okay, cool, but we not on what you on. You know what I'm saying? We just trying to have fun.
Yo, it's been plenty of times where like I'll watch. There's certain dudes where like we'll be chilling and I hear them talk and I'm like, oh, you don't get any bitches at all. And like I'm watching you walk up to the girl. I'm like, bro, she's gonna curve you. First of all, you're not in her league, my man. And you don't got the game, you ain't got the talk, and you're not going. So I'm waiting for you to do it so I could come up after and be like, yo, you know him? You know him?
I didn't know him either.
Like, oh, I thought you was because I didn't want to.
I didn't know.
I thought you was with.
But you okay, right?
You good, right?
You ain't shit. Yo. But nah, sometimes it really be like that.
So the other times niggas have been out.
I give you an easy one. Oh my God.
I
give you the easiest one. How many times we've gone out, right? There's been times where you have, okay, the social events. They got, what the fuck is it? Jenga, beer pong.
Yeah, all the games and shit.
All of that shit, right? And no one's playing anything.
None.
Right? Cool. We start playing. Right? Start playing. People start coming up. Maybe like first like if me and you play on the beer pong, 2 guys might pull up, whatever.
Yeah.
Okay, let's say we win. They go on, right? Now what happens is women want to start playing. Now what ends up happening, all the guys want to follow suit, but their agenda is different. It goes into, yo, we got to get them off the table.
Yeah, now they're trying to get us off the table.
I'm like, yo, we really just setting the vibe for y'all. Like, so sometimes it sucks. But, you know, not to go on a whole tangent, but like when it comes to the guest list, I feel like just eradicate that shit. Like, it's not needed. Like, if there is people on the guest list, it really has to be a meaning for it. Like, you are somebody that is doing, like, you have a job, a role.
But also, you know, we make the jokes and shit like that. But at the end of the day, my nigga, like, most people are average people, you know what I mean?
Correct.
Some people just average. They just want to go out. They just want to go have a drink. You know what I'm saying? Not everybody got to be the coolest thing in the world, the most important thing in the world. Some people just want to feel that for the night. So like, you know, the club or parties or whatever, they're supposed to be the place where we can all congregate and, you know, get to know each other and be the same on one level for one night.
Yeah.
So, you know what I mean? I make my jokes. But on another note, you know what I'm saying? Just so y'all know what's going on, I have conversation with the women. You know what I mean? I speak. I listen. So another thing I learned is the niggas who don't have no game, it be the tall, pretty boy looking motherfuckers. It be them.
That's been your gripe for the longest.
No, it's not my gripe. It's just it's a layup. It's a layup.
It's a layup.
They put me on because like they're so used to women coming up to them they don't really know how to, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They just so used to it falling in their lap. So I'm like,
you know what? You're right though. You do have a point,
bro. I can count on my hands the amount of women who've walked up to me, just like on their own, walked up.
Yeah.
I'm always approaching, so I'm always on 10.
Yeah.
The tall niggas, nigga, I keep them niggas around just to attract them. You know what I mean? I keep
bring him this way.
Bring him over here, bro.
I'm gonna take him down. Like,
yo, this is one of my mans. I'm not gonna say his name because I don't want to put his business out there.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yo,
I don't
Chris,
know
why you do that.
I'm not. Hey man, I don't put nobody's business out there. But plenty in my early 20s, bro. We go out. I be like, yo, dog, just stand right here.
Just stand
right here.
That's crazy.
And I walk over. I
set the pick.
Pull it back over, and we good. I would never send him in the field, my nigga. Don't just stand right here. And it worked every time, son.
I mean, hey, so, you know what works.
I know it worked for me.
So hold on, let me ask you this: when it comes to it, back to the DJ thing, right? Do you feel like DJs, and I'm saying this based on your background with music producing, et cetera, right? Do you feel like DJs must transition into producing to be successful?
I think a lot have. I think
Metro Boomin, like, you know, like
a lot of
think
them
about
have.
producers that they like.
I think there's a ceiling to every field.
Okay.
And if this is what you do, and you love this shit, then you're fine hitting that ceiling.
Yeah.
Like if you're a DJ and you just want to be a DJ and that's it, and you're like the world's biggest DJ,
yeah,
then cool. That's what I think. What happens is we're just people, and none of us are like meant to be in one box.
Yeah.
And I think, you know, DJs be like, yo, maybe I could produce joints too, or maybe I could be a rapper and this and that. And I think you should expand all of your wants and needs. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I saw this interview with Jameis Winston on the Pivot like a few weeks ago, son. And I shit you not, that shit changed my whole life. And I'm a grown ass man.
Yeah.
That was crazy. Yo, he was talking to the football dudes and he was like, they asked him, when you got to the league, did you get humbled? Because like, you know, everywhere we go, we're the best players in our field, and now we get here and it's
other best players.
And he's like, it wasn't that I got humbled. He was that my aspirations got humbled. I was like, what you mean? He was like, I got here. I've been in the league for 11 years, dog. I never dreamed of making it to the Super Bowl. I never dreamed of winning an MVP. I just dreamed of making it.
Yeah.
He was like, I should have dreamed bigger. And that shit changed. I'm like, this dude is he's in the NFL.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
1% of the whole world. And he thought, yo, I should have dreamed bigger. And that just made me realize, yo, stop putting a cap on yourself, son. Because what the worst thing is to put a cap, get there, and be like, damn, I wish I should have asked for more.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I got the 1 million.
Shit.
Damn, the 10 is right there. I should have asked for 10.
Exactly. Yeah.
And it's like, so with any person in any field, bro, if you a DJ and you think you want to produce, like, just do it. Like, just dream bigger than you ever thought.
Yeah.
You'll get as close as you. It's every person I've ever met who's made it far in their dreams is like, yo, I should have thought bigger. I wish I would have thought bigger. Even for myself, like when I was younger, son, I was like, yo, I just want to go on tour and sign titties and you know what I mean? And then I did all of that and I was like, damn, oh, I should have asked for more. Like I did all this in a 2-3 year span. I didn't. Yeah. So for everybody watching, son, like don't put a cap on nothing. Just dream bigger than you ever thought. And it ain't never too late to start the dream. Like, I'm not gonna go through the list of people who did their dreams at whatever age. Yeah. Y'all all got Instagram. Y'all have all seen it. Just don't put a cap on yourself. So same for the DJs and producers. If you see more for yourself, do it. And if you trash, you trash.
That's a fact.
And you know, if you want to get better, you improve, or you just you just trash.
You gotta do
my
something
nigga,
else. Yeah.
I'm not going to the NBA. I knew at 11 years old, you are never making it to the NBA. You are never, like, it's never going to happen. It's never going to happen.
That's harsh. Just quit. In the words of Rory. Just quit.
Get out of there. Let somebody else who really do this shit. Because you're not waking, first of all, you are 5'7". You're not waking up at 5 o'clock in the morning.
Constantly doing it. Yeah.
You're not doing it. You're never going to make it. And hey, so same shit with the DJ shit, whatever. If you don't put in the hours, then you don't want to do the shit. Be trash and move on.
What do you think? Okay, so now with the guest list shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
How do you feel? Do you feel like we should? So this is what we aim to do, right? So we have sit downs with obviously like DJs, but artists. We started like kind of like, you know, meshing in.
Mm-hmm.
And how do you feel about the take on like the bottle girls, the strippers, the security? What's your take on that? Like,
I don't like security. I don't like security at any place.
Why? Because you're not 5'7". Why?
It's just them niggas be mad. They turn into cops real quick. Like they just mad, overly aggressive.
They got the best stories though.
just mad aggressive.
Think
son.
about it. They see everybody. They got the best story.
I'll keep it all. I respect what they do. I respect what happens, and I understand why the aggression is there. When you're on the other side of that, my nigga, it's mad annoying, bro. It's like, yo, can I go get something at the car? Yo, if you step outside, you're not getting back in.
What's your worst security guard story?
Yo, it was the night we had the Speaksnsip shit.
Of course I was there.
Yeah, the Speaksnsip shit where we was in front of the line and we was coming over from our joint.
We had the
cups.
The drink, right?
We had the cups. He said, yo, I can't bring the cups in here.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, that was a little aggressive.
He was like, you can't bring the drinks. I said, cool, no problem. Drunk my drink, threw it to the side.
Yeah.
Now you can't get inside. What are you, a fucking city police? Like, what are we doing, bro? I'm not bringing a drink in.
You threw it on the sidewalk.
I threw it to the sidewalk. But I guess he took it as disrespect. And then somebody said something. Oh
my God, I forgot about that. We're not even going to talk about that.
Somebody said something. I don't know what was said. I didn't hear what was said. But somebody said something. And he just kicked it was 20 or 30 of us in his line. I
forgot about that.
And it's like, yo, dog, if it was just me, I get it, dog. Yeah. I get it. We bringing 30 people in here.
Yeah, we about to pay. Like, come on.
We about to pay. Come on. So, I don't know, man. But as far as the bottle girls, I ain't got a problem with the bottle girls. How you mad at them?
You never had a bad story with a bottle girl?
I had a bad story with a stripper. It was one time I went to Sue's. I got a few strippers.
I
think I got a few.
The one where you had to call Steel.
Yeah. I get that one. So, boom. First off, he was at Sue's, and this might have been my second time at Sue's. So, for those of you who don't know, Sue's Rendezvous is a strip club. Was a strip club in Mount Vernon. It was one of the biggest strip clubs in New York. It was like famous. Like the rappers would pull up there all the time. Cardi B used to strip at Sue's. Mad other people. So it's like my second time in there. And after the first time, I kind of got you know what I'm saying? I'm comfortable.
Yeah.
So I'm in there, and it's a few girls in there. We all together. I forgot whose birthday it was. So I got the money in my hand because I learned last time you don't want to like just keep pulling it out your pocket. Yeah. You want to have it ready.
You want to know.
You know what I mean? You want to have it ready.
You want to know you got it.
Exactly. So I got it in my hand. Stripper walk over, start dancing and stuff like that. So I'm like, all right, cool, boom. I shit you not, bro. She gets up, takes the money out of my hand, and walks off.
Shut up.
Took all $150 out of my hand, bro. That's all I had. That's all I had for the night to throw. Took my shit, walked off. I didn't see her for the rest of the night. I didn't see her for the rest of the night,
shift
bro.
over.
She just took my shit. Niggas just laughing at me, son. Like,
that's crazy.
So, yeah.
So, hold on. You was sitting there the rest of the night just...
Bro, I was just sitting there. I'm just sitting here. That's all my money. I can't get no more drinks.
You ain't asking nigga for $1? Like, yo, let me get $1.
Like, nah, because I don't trust none of them no more. Now I'm mad. You took all my $150. You wasn't even you was my first dancer. I didn't even get to the rest.
That was the first dancer?
She just off rip, like, just took the money out of my hand. And, like, I had to play it cool. Like, I got it like that. I'm like, go ahead. Good.
That's you was doing too much.
Always doing too much, bro.
Right in front of you, like
yo. But then the Poland strippers is a whole different ball game, bro.
That's like crazy though. Hold on, you had no service there?
So that's a whole story. So me and Steele, we was in Poland. It's like maybe 2018, 19, some shit like that. This is probably our third time in Poland, and this is, I want to say Poznan. For the sake of the story.
Okay.
So we walk into this the steak spot. Because every spot we go, Steele's looking for the best food you could possibly find.
That's his shit. Yeah.
That's his shit. He a foodie.
Him and Garrison.
You know what I mean? So we get to the spot, we walk to the front, and while we going in, there's a girl standing out in a puffer jacket. Like, hey, this is diner right here. Like, do you guys want to come here? Like, well, we about to go. Like, she's like, no, just like come get a drink when you're done. He was like, all right, we ain't have nothing to do. The show was the next day, so we were like, fuck it. So we went to go get something to eat at the spot Steele wanted to go to. We walk outside. The girl is still outside in a puffer jacket. I'm feeling bad for Shorty. So we like, all right, cool, we'll pull up. So we start walking to where it is, and then she makes a hard right into this tunnel. We're like, what the fuck? And we start walking further and further, and like I start hearing music. Starts getting real glittery and, you know, soft velvet walls. I'm like, what the So we get inside, I was like, oh. So it's a strip club about the size of this room. It's mad small.
Okay.
It's mad small.
How many strippers were there?
It's 3 poles, but there's only 2 strippers in there right now. There's only 2. It's a small ass spot. So I'm like, all right, cool. You know, we just chilling. Yeah. Like, yo, we gonna get one drink, get up out of here. Like, ain't nothing going on.
Yeah.
So Steele orders a Coca-Cola. I didn't order nothing. I'm just sitting here. One of the strippers walk over, she started talking to us or whatever. She was like, oh, you know, you guys want something to drink? I was like, nah, we gotta leave in the morning. Yo, we got a show. We rappers, you know, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
We rappers.
Yeah. I want to be a rapper, right? See what we talking about.
We rappers, whatever. It's like, oh, when were you from? New York? All this shit. So she's like, can you at least take a shot with me? It's like, nah, I'm good. She was like, well, I said, you could take a shot. She was like, well, my boss said I can't take a shot by myself. I'm like, all right, I'm not gonna let you take a shot. So
did you pay for those shots?
Nah, that's so cool.
Okay.
So still was like, yo, son, once my drink gets to here, I'm out of here. So I'm like, all right, cool. He gets a drink here. He has a little Coca-Cola. He's like, yo, I'm about to get out of here. I'm like, nah, just chill out for a little bit. We got some time. I'm like, she here. So he was like, nigga, I'm leaving. So he starts walking out. I'm like, I'm gonna meet you upstairs. Me and Shorty talking. She was like, yo, where's your show? I'm like, yeah, my birthday is coming up. She's like, oh, it's your birthday. Oh my God, it's your birthday.
Yeah. Yep.
So boom. So I'm like, yo, still, I'm gonna see you at the spot, man. I'll be back. You know what I mean? Like, I'll be there in 10 minutes. Like, I'm not staying that long. So I don't know how, but somehow I ended up in the secret room. You know what I mean? I'm in the secret room. So I'm in there, and bro, I don't know how my shirt came off, but like, let's think about that. I'm at the strip club, and the stripper got me to take my shirt off.
One shot.
No. Yeah, no, I had one shot. And then while my shirt is off, I realized somebody like comes in and puts like a bottle of champagne and shit. I'm like, no, I'm good. She's like, no, like it's for the. I'm like,
oh, you was in a private like. Really,
yeah. I'm in the spot. So like something just clicked. Now it's clicked. Now I realize what's going on here. I have no shirt on. There's champagne here. She's sitting here. I'm like, oh nigga, you did it to yourself. And I try to go leave. I open up the little joint. Security standing right there. You good? Oh nah. They were like, oh yeah, we gonna need the money for the drinks and this and this and that. I'm like, but nah, I just had all that. Like I go to the bathroom, it's like, yo, still, like I need you, still, yo, my nigga, I need you, come back, yo, come back, yo. I come back outside, bro. I'm just standing there looking stupid. I pulled out my wallet. I was like, yo, I ain't got. It was like, well, what about? Because in my wallet I had some Polish money. Yeah. They're like, what about that? I was like, you want? Yeah. Gave it to him, and I dipped out. Like I ran, and I'm hearing this big ass security guard like chase me outside. Now, keep in mind, in this part of Poland, they call it Old Town, and like in this part of town, there's no technology and shit like that. So I gotta order an Uber, but the Uber is like outside of this part of town. So if it's like Times Square, I gotta go to like 45th or 46th. Like I gotta get out the fucking here. Like I'm running into the abyss. I have no idea where I'm going. I'm just
you gotta outrun him. Order the Uber.
I've never seen a nigga this big run so fast, bro. Like he needs to play for the Los Angeles Rams. Like he's dead at he was easily 350. Easy.
350 is great.
Easily 350. Like Aaron Donald looking ass nigga. I was not letting him catch me, bro. I was not letting him catch me. Somehow I got to my Uber, got back to the crib.
About to beat that ass.
Yo, son. He was gonna finish me, bro.
Yo.
They got me on my car for $700.
What?
$700, bro. $700.
Oh, you left the card in the spot?
No. So while I was drinking and I ran my car for the shots, they held on to my card.
So you paid for the shots?
Nigga, I paid for the shots, the champagne.
Oh my God.
Bro. Never again.
And I bet you still was like, yep, you should have left.
And
that's crazy.
Yeah, strip. So I would say strip culture overseas is different. Like that's what they do. They're in the scamming and getting money and shit like that. There's as opposed to here where like strip clubs are like, we chilling, we partying and shit like that. If you want to dance with stripper, you can. But you can just chill out.
Let me ask this then. Hold on. Well, not that you would know per se, but
what's up?
Is strip clubs dead because of like OnlyFans?
Are strip clubs dead because of OnlyFans? I think it took a dent in the business, but also the strippers are the ones on OnlyFans. You know what I mean? So it's more money for them.
Yeah.
I don't think the strip clubs are ever going to officially die because nothing will ever take the place of like seeing that in front of you.
Yeah.
And also like strip clubs are about the fantasy in person.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So there are people, strip clubs not built on niggas like us who just like, yo, let's chill out, have a good time. If we see a stripper, Yeah. It's built on niggas who are like, yo, I need that. Yeah. I need this. That's who it's built on. The rest of us are just add-ons.
That was almost you, son.
That was me that night. No. I was lost in the fantasy. I was lost in it all. I was like, yo, this is a great ass night. My birthday tomorrow. Like, you know what I mean? Like my birthday tomorrow. Like I was turning 27. Yeah. Like
what we talking about? Nothing crazy. Like
big ass birthday.
Relax. Like yo.
It was just I was the rapper that night. I was the rapper. I was like, yo, she trying to, you know what I mean?
I gotta be that. You know?
Now that I say this out loud, I have way more stripper stories than I ever realized at this point. Like in my mind, I'm like, damn, it's at least 5 or 6 different stories coming to my mind. But those are stories for another day.
Okay, would you Would you?
Would I date a stripper? That's a great question. That's a great question.
Would you date or OnlyFans person?
I have dated a girl who does OnlyFans.
How was that?
I was so interested. Like I was so intrigued.
What were you intrigued by?
I was like, so how does that work? Like, so it started off. Damn, do I want to tell this?
Did you record her videos?
Do I want to tell this?
Go ahead, tell it.
I mean, it's Hennessy. You know what I mean? I was drinking a little bit. So boom. This is like, no, I'm not gonna tell the time because then that's gonna give away too much. Moral of the story is
last night.
No. So boom, I'm rocking with Shorty for a little minute at this point. Probably like maybe about like 8 months at this point.
Okay.
Like 8 months. So then I want to say she probably just brought up a conversation casually, like, yo, I need some extra bread. So I decided to do OnlyFans. I'm like, wait, what? What are you talking about? She's like, yeah, like, so she started with the feet.
That's cool, right? Get your money, right?
Oh, do you? Get feet pics, whatever. Keep in mind, no, I'm not gonna say that because that's a wallet. So
feet look crazy?
No.
Oh.
Just another part of the story. So boom, it's doing the feet pics. I'm like, all right, cool, whatever. Then the niggas is like, yo, if you show me a leg too, I'll give you another like 3 bands. I'll give you another. You're like, all right, cool. Next thing you know, yo, show me it. And it's like, I started watching it happen. It's like, oh, nobody starts out being like, all here. It starts off, yo, let's do this and into this. I'm like, oh, bro, she made bread. She
3
made
bands
bread.
for a leg? Bro,
she was making bread. Let me tell you like this. That was her income for a large period of time. So it wasn't like her side gig. And she was paying a hefty amount of rent where she lived.
She was tricking on you?
Nah. Nah. I was still...
You're still paying for shots, champagne. You're still doing all the video.
But I would say, as far as like dating girls who live in the fantasy world, and like you just gotta, it's not for everybody. You know what I mean? Just like dating, not every woman is for everybody. Me personally, I don't give a fuck about girls doing OnlyFans. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Like that's what you do. That's what you do. Like as long as you get paid. But I understand niggas being like, nah, that means she for everybody. Like. I don't know. I think for me, I've witnessed too many women in my lifetime cheat with me who are like, once you see how far a woman will go to cheat, the idea of restraints and all that just feels unrealistic. When I used to,
Let me say it. Should I say this?
I used to sneak around with this girl, and keep in mind, she lived with this nigga.
Oh my God.
She would come to my crib.
At least she was going to your crib.
11 o'clock at night. She never spent the night in my house. She'd leave at like 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, where the fuck does he think you are?
Yeah, like what?
What the?
Ain't no way he ain't wake up.
Yo, son, there were times where she would have a hotel room. And I'm like, why do you have this room? But, so once you see that shit, it's like, bro, there's nothing you can do to stop a woman from doing what she wants to do. It's never gonna happen.
That's insane.
Or worse, so unless you're gonna beat her, you know what I mean? And then, you know what I mean? And even then, my nigga, she'll still find a way. So, nah, it's just, shorty wanna live a type of life, live a type of life, man. It's just, I'm not in the business of containing, controlling anybody. I feel like as long as when shorty likes you and respects you, that's consistent no matter what field she's in or what she does. When she like you and respect you, is same all the way. That's my personal opinion.
All right, so what's your take on Shannon Sharpe situation?
Oh, man. I feel bad for Unc, man, because it's weird because with all these lawsuits going on around the same time, it's making me question where it's hard to gauge consent and it's hard to gauge like accountability. So case in point, shorty was I think 19 or some shit like that.
Sounds about right? Yeah.
He's a grown ass man. And we still, there's not a lot of information, but like just kind of painting the picture, right? So 1 or 2 scenarios kind of took place. Either she was a young, naive girl who wasn't privy to what was going on, met a dude with some money. He used his aggression a little bit, his power, his status to kind of, impose on her to maybe do some things that somebody a little bit older may not have partaken in, right? Yeah. Or she was a young girl who knew exactly who she was, knew exactly who he was. Like, I'm about to run this shit up on him. And none of us will know. Like, we can't call it. And I think that's what makes it so difficult because it's like, on one end, I can completely understand, yo, you a young ass girl, you're 19 years old, you don't know yourself.
Yeah.
But at the same time, 19 is old enough to take advantage of what you have to offer to an older man, but it's also young enough to where older man can take advantage of you.
Yeah.
So it's so you can't really call it. Only those two people know what was going on. Only she really knows what her intentions are, and it's I'm realizing now as I'm older. You know what I mean? When I was younger, I definitely, I went to high school. I seen old ass niggas talking to the high school girls. And
okay, so you don't question in his position.
Should he have
even bothered fucking with her?
I mean, I think that's easy for niggas to say. I think that's real easy. I think that's real easy for a nigga to be like, "Come on, bro, she's a young ass kid."
Okay,
but like,
this is what I will say. Okay, right? Let me ask this question. Do you feel like he actually was like feeling her, like, yo, this the one? Just give the short answer for that.
His wife? Do I think that was his wife?
The 90, yeah.
Do I think that was his?
Yeah.
I haven't seen anything that led me to believe he thought that was going to be his wife.
Answer. That's a great answer, right?
Yeah, I didn't see that.
Okay. The reason I asked that is because I feel like that would be the only reason that you commit like that. Otherwise, because you have way more to lose. So like, all right, let's say, forget about her position, right? Okay. Let's say you're in his position, right? You're at that age, you're of that stature.
Right, I'm in my 50s, I got some bread, I got some attention.
You get what I'm saying? Like, what moves are you making to be like, let's say, okay, you thinking with your dick, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, I'm horny, whatever the case is, right? Yeah. You going for 19 though?
I can't imagine myself going for 19.
That's all I'm saying.
But here's the thing.
Was he 50? Like,
yo, son, here's the thing. I'm 31 now. I used to be like, I was the first thing to be like, yo, you talking to a girl 5 years apart from you, 6 years apart from you? That's a little shaky. I'm 31 now, and I'm starting to see like, yo, once I get to 40, 31 from 40, you're a grown-ass woman at 30. So if I'm dating women, so like my perception of the age difference has changed as I've gotten older. Okay. Do I still think 50s to 19 is crazy?
So do you think it reverts once you get to that age? Because that's the only way I see that. Like,
you know what it is? I don't know anymore. I had a strong stance on age going into my 20s, and now I'm here. I'm like,
at 30?
I can see at 40.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I can see myself at 40 talking to somebody who's 30.
Okay,
you know what I mean?
What about 19?
19, I can't see 19. I can't see it. But I'm telling you, when I was 22, I couldn't see 40 talking to 30. I thought that was crazy.
Yeah.
So I would assume if you're in your 50s and you talking to a 19-year-old girl, I'm assuming it's all fun. I'm assuming that.
But you could have fun with 21 and up.
I mean, 19, 21, what difference does that make? 19, 21?
Clearly, it made a difference.
I mean, I don't think it made that much of a difference. Not for me,
I think if she was at least 21, it would be a little different.
I think he would have been in the same situation. But I think overall, the dynamic between older men and younger women is something that's been around from, you know what I mean?
Regardless, okay, let's say we take out the age. I do feel as if, as an older man, to what you just said, as an older man, if you're dating a younger woman, you definitely have a lot more at risk. Because by default, they're looking at you like, okay, well, one, you're a guy. We already want to put you
for sure
at fault for something.
Yeah,
right?
For sure.
Right. Two, you're older. Yeah. Right. So even though both parties know better, you know better.
You know way more better than her.
So I feel like that's the angle that they usually take. Like, you know better. You did this. You probably was the person that kind of. I
mean.
Persuasion is a hell of a game.
You have to acknowledge that because for so long we didn't. And I think that's kind of a society thing where in my lifetime, I've watched people swing the pendulum the other way completely, right? Yeah. So as far as the Me Too movement and things like that, we grew up in a time where nobody, or people, the generation before us grew up in a time where they didn't listen to women at all. So if a woman was like, yo, this happened to me, people were like, meh, 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 meh. And then that's how you get the Me Too movement of people like, yo, we got to believe everything. And I'm understanding of the progress of society. It's like, first it was all of this, then it was all of that. Now we can meet somewhere in the middle. But until we get to that, we can never meet in the middle. So I'm okay.
Right now I feel like we're at the cusp because like women can still, and I'm not, once again, this doesn't apply. Situations like this, they're in a position where they can still take advantage of the history. Yeah. But they are also gearing towards them having control or lead or whatever.
Let's put it like this. I watch a lot of Law and Order SVU, right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's my shit. Yeah. You know what I mean? That's my motherfucking show. And what I have learned in watching all 26 or 7 seasons.
That's ridiculous.
You know what I mean? Yeah. I've also watched Criminal Intent. I watch all the Law and Order. That's my shit. But what you realize is like, as much as we would love every situation, the case to be mad, black and white, where it's like, it's never that. There's always like, yo, this is one episode. There's plenty of episodes. Point is, it would be like the dude assaulted her, but then she texted him the next day.
Yeah.
And then he did it again, but they went on a vacation.
Matter, yeah.
And it's like, yo, it's not as easy as just, he did this.
So does it cancel out?
I think the point is we figure out it's not black and white. It's gray areas. And it's like,
what do you do with that?
It's on us as a society to start realizing it's gray, bro. Like when you start talking about it as black and white, it's not black and white.
Okay, in that situation then, so who takes the jail time?
Who takes the jail time? I mean, I think if you've ever assaulted anyone in any shape or form, you're going to jail.
So it's not gray.
No, but what I'm saying is what makes it gray, is when people will be like, oh, but why would you hang out with him after that? Why would you text him back?
Yeah.
And it's like, it's not black and white. It's not somebody does this and now you're like,
that's it.
You know what I mean? Sometimes they respond back because they're scared of what happened. Like it's a whole thing. I know people have been assaulted, like it's a whole, but to bring it back to what the original point was, the Shannon Sharpe aspect of it, I hope that as we see these situations take place, people in position of power do two things. One, you realize your own power for yourself. Yeah. But also you realize being in power comes with a lot, and understanding that you can impose a certain power that you don't even realize. Yeah. You could just be yourself, but because you have $50 million, someone may just feel you're above them. Yeah. And you're not thinking about it like that. So you have to be aware of everything that comes with that. And,
knowing both truths is the gray area.
For sure.
So I think in when you're in the midst of it, you're probably not thinking about the other person.
Would you date a girl who's 21 when you're 50?
No.
Okay.
No. When I'm 50, you can ask me again. No.
Man. It's weird, man.
Nah, to me, like even now, I be like kind of like,
son,
what? Like,
son, I see, it's so crazy you said that.
I literally get nervous,
son.
I work with people that you know what I'm saying. Like I'd be nervous.
And you like you're a whole kid.
I'm like, get away from me. I don't want anything to do with you. Like,
like you a whole.
Like
kid,
I give you an example. I'm not gonna say a name.
Okay, don't say no names.
So
no names.
Ty, right? Love Ty, who was on here, right?
Okay.
And right, we have a mutual, right?
Okay.
She's like 19.
Okay.
Like or some shit. She's like that age. Nah.
Yeah.
Nah. Like even in the capacity that I'm around her, which is fine. Yeah. But it's just like nah. Like I just get like nervous. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? As opposed to like obviously he's a dude. Him in the field of what he does, he just hit 21 and he's talking about being in the club.
Oh, yeah.
You get what I'm saying? It's different for him.
Yeah.
But for me, I'm just like, I'm looking at that shit. Like he looked at Rory when Rory was like, oh, I'm 4 or some shit. Yeah. He was like, oh shit, like old as shit. Like
even age people look at the like, yo, you're above me. Like, you know what I mean? Like you don't even mean to do it. So I think, yeah, the young joints, man. Let the young boys have them, man. Let the young boys have the young joints. Y'all can have those, man. Yeah. Like it's shaky waters out there. And I guess because my nigga, we were 21. And when I think about me at 21, I'm like, I couldn't make a decision about anything at 21. I wouldn't trust any decision I've made at 21 years old.
Exactly. Yeah.
Like 90% of the decisions I've made, I've gone back on. Like 90% of the stances I had at 21, I don't have anymore. But
so what's your take on what's the American
Eagle joint?
Mm-hmm.
So boom, Sydney Sweetie Shorty. I feel bad for her. I feel really bad for her because I feel like maybe it's just because I'm a fan of the show and I'm a fan of what that show, the Euphoria show, I look at it like when I was a kid, I watched Degrassi, that was my shit. Yeah. And that was like the introduction of what the hardships of life. Like that was my first time seeing somebody gay on TV. And it was my first time seeing somebody like school shooting. So like it brought a lot into me. So when I see Euphoria and people attracting to it, I'm like, it's a similar appreciation. So I have affinity for everybody who's ever been on that show. Yeah. So for her in particular, seeing her rise, I'm like, yo, I'm looking at like, yo, you doing your thing. You taking advantage of the opportunity. And I think her being in that ad, I don't think she had any, I think they just came to her with the idea. She's like, oh yeah, let's do it. Exactly. And I don't think she saw it. But for people who are missing it or like, so this idea of like, yo, I have good genes, blue eyes, blue jeans. I don't think people should be, you should be proud of everything about you. You should be proud of your own history. You should be proud of the way you look. You should be proud of everything about you. Mm-hmm. But I also think that the people who work at American Eagle, because your job is to sell to everybody, you should be aware of how things can be taken. There are people who go to extremes who make everything about it, But like to me, it was the first, when I saw the ad, that was the first thing I heard. I have good genes. I'm like, wait, what?
Yeah.
That's the first thing I noticed.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm not going to penalize her and I'm not going to make it a thing about an American Eagle. But when people are making it a thing, I'm not going to tell them to shut up.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say, don't say that.
Allow that to still exist.
Hey,
yeah. Allow that to still exist.
Accept that.
Yeah.
Because I think how
you react to it too matters. Like,
how you react to it matters. I think that so the journey of being black has been a very long journey. You know, hear me, brother? You hear me, brother? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I've had a very long journey in being a black man.
Yeah.
And my stances on things have elevated as my years have.
Okay.
And what I would like to point out is for people who miss the point, take a second to think about how it affects other people. I think people are cool with stuff until it happens to them.
Absolutely.
And I think that's my problem with people. You know what I'm saying?
I agree. I'm exactly on
That's my problem with people.
All of a sudden now it's a huge issue.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think that's where I've seen a society where I've come to the realization that everything I hate about the world, or most things I hate about the world and society, are things I hate about myself.
Okay.
So seeing the contradictory in a lot of conversations, it frustrates me because I see it in myself. And the problem with society, especially in America, which I think is a little less, which I've gone to other countries. But in America, it's so hard to be like, yo, we shouldn't do this. And you're like, all right, cool. But when it's your turn, it's like, no, we can do it. And I just like, we can't do that.
That's not okay.
We can't do that, bro.
That's not okay, yeah.
So we should go into every situation, and the whole point of it is we should go into every situation being like, yo, if someone takes offense to it, before I say fuck off and fuck what they saying, let me hear what they got to say and just see if I can see it. If I can see it, then you know what? My fault. I didn't see it that way. I acknowledge it. If you don't see it, then you tried.
Yeah.
At least you tried.
That's my whole thing always.
Some people say some stupid shit and it's like, bro, I don't get it. Like, I'm just not getting it. It's not for me. Talk to somebody else.
Yeah.
So
or they just don't care enough, to be honest.
You don't care enough. I'll give you another situation, my nigga. And it's not the funniest thing, but that's what's funny shit on TikTok probably like a couple months ago. So somewhere down south, I want to say Tennessee or something, they passed a law. They were putting the 10 commandments on the wall at the school.
Okay.
And so one of the representatives,
thou shall.
Yeah, all that.
Yeah.
One of the representatives is doing an interview with the news, and they ask her straight up, like, you know, what about the kids who don't support this religion? What about the kids with families, something like that? She said with a straight face, just don't look at the wall. And I was like, yo, it's crazy, but I respect her. Yeah. Because she's not doing the whole, no, it's great for everybody. She's straight up. Yeah. Letting it be known. I don't give a fuck about none of them. Yeah. I want that. And it's like, I prefer people to be straight up with like that.
But to be honest, and I don't want to really dive down
we can dive whatever you want to, right?
Really in all aspects, in everyone's category, there's something that's in our face that we may not be like.
I'd rather you just tell me you don't give a fuck.
Exactly.
Hey, I want this shit. There's mad shit in my life that I'm like, nigga, I don't give a fuck who it upsets. Yeah. I like this. I
like it. I fuck with it.
Hey, cool. At least that lets me know what conversation we having.
Yeah. Also that filters out the idea if we even need to be around one another.
For sure. So I was like, this is a foundational thing for me. So if we can't agree on this, I'm gonna go my way, you go your way.
And that'd be
That's cool. I don't wish you no harm. I don't want to stop what you got going on.
But just exist that way.
Did you see the I don't know where it is. I'm gonna say Oregon or some shit like that. They got a whites only society. You see that shit?
Yeah. But Oregon, one of them ones.
I don't know nothing about Oregon.
Let me tell you something. Don't go to. Let me tell you something.
Put me on.
Shout out to Damian Lillard, man. out on the perimeter, that shit is cold. Like,
yo, son, I saw it. So
cold, like
I see dude doing the interview. First of all, he's dead ass serious. Like, he's not playing. He's dead ass about this is whites only land, this is our land. And the person's doing the interview, and he's like, "What about everybody else?" And he like,
who's everybody else?
I don't give a fuck about nothing. And like, I have to respect the nigga gangster. He's like, yo, bro, I'm not here trying to take nobody else shit. This is me.
We rocking over
here. Yeah. And keep it tall, bro. If it were just a small community of people who live like that, I wouldn't give a fuck. I just don't trust how quickly that can happen, knowing the numbers of white people in this country. Yeah. Like, we're complete. Like, I just found this out maybe 2 years ago, just on some conversation shit. The disparity between white people in America and every other race is they're like 60% of America, bro. 60%. That means if all of us got together as black people, we still wouldn't be enough. Like, It's way too many of them to even, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's my only fear. There's a lot of them.
Yeah. But I only got a heads up from that. Like someone told me they used to live out there basically, and they used to live in Oregon, and they gave me a feel. And shout out to them.
Yeah.
Shout out. Someone's going. He coming up. Yeah.
He pulling up?
Yeah.
Oh.
But look at the fucking like. It don't even.
Well, he gonna have to jump in my conversation because I got a lot going on.
Yeah, like they basically lived there and then moved to the city. So I was asking them like, yo, that's a big change. Like, how was that for you? Because like you going from like population is not much to like, complete busy bustling like New York City. But no matter where they come from, surprisingly, a lot of people just really care to make it to New York City. Then when they don't realize is when you walk on the street, you bumping into people of all backgrounds.
All walks of life.
So it's like maybe like in the lane that you were living in before, that kind of has to, I'm not saying you got to completely get rid of it, but it can't really exist too much.
You got to adjust to where you are.
You get what I'm saying? Like, yeah, so it's interesting when you see people kind of like try to transition into a new style of life.
I think
coming from that. Like,
so we both spent some time down south before.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
So like we've experienced the difference between
I've experienced some shit.
So
some shit.
I was in high school, right? And this is maybe my junior year of high school. And I was part of the school newspaper. You know what I mean?
That black boy.
You know what I mean? I'm in the school newspaper. And there's a girl I dated named Hope. I'll put her name out here because she married. So, you know, fuck. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? She married. You know what I'm saying? That's my old joint.
That's my old joint. Yo, what the fuck? That's my old joint.
You know what I mean? So, boom. Yeah. So, we used to have, so in North Carolina, they get the block system. Right? So, there's 3 classes.
Yep.
There's 4 classes all day for like an hour and a half each.
Yep.
So, exactly. So, she in 3 and 4 of my classes. So, after a while, she comes out of nowhere. She just jumped out the window. She said, "Would you ever date outside your race?" I said, "I sure would." "Sure would." "Would you?" She said, "I would." But we in journalism class. So she's asking in the context.
Okay. But you not. Sure would. Why? What's up?
What's up?
What we talking about?
So boom. She's like, "Yo, we should do an article about that." I said, "You know what? I was thinking about fucking, but this is actually a good idea." Now that we talk, it's actually a good idea.
Article of clothing?
So, we did an article on like, would you date outside your race? So we interviewed kids in our school in interracial relationships, and then we did polls. We went to the lunch table. During lunch, we would ask kids, would you date outside your race? And for like a good week, it was like popping. Like we interviewed like a white kid and a black girl and Indian and Asian. Like it was a fun experience. So then we get to like this white kid one day. We ask him, would you date outside your race? And he goes, "No, people should fuck in their own race, like mad extra." So I'm like, all right, cool. We got your answer, bro. Cool.
Yeah.
Then he starts following us around the lunchroom. Keep in mind, it's me and Hope. I'm trying to impress her. So you doing too much, my boy. And then, I bet, good money. So, you know what I mean? So now he kind of walking us around the lunchroom. I'm like, "Yo, bro, back up. Like, get the fuck up off us."
Yeah.
So he goes to the principal. We leave. The next day, the principal comes back and say, "Yo, we got to shut down this article because, people are upset and, it's disrespectful to people's religion."
Yeah.
And I'm like, all we did was ask if you would your religion is interfering on your ability to have a conversation about interracial relationships in North Carolina. And when I realized that, I didn't realize where I was trying to do that at the time. I'm like, "Yo, bro, you're in the middle of Grays Creek, North Carolina.
Yeah, come on.
What are you doing?" But down south is a whole nother world, bro.
Yeah, that.
So
I'll tell my story another day. That shit is, But okay, so to wrap all of this up, what would you give as a speak up? Like everything that you went through, I guess being black. What would be your speak up though?
It's crazy. That's a crazy question to ask me off the Hennessy, but you know what I mean? I will say that I am grateful for the friends I've had over the years who have listened to and supported my journey and understanding what it is to be black in America. You know what I mean? When I was younger, I was really numb to a lot of shit. You know what I mean? Because you start seeing how, police relations and the history and all that stuff, and you start feeling like, or for me, I became numb to it because I felt like if I start to feel this, I'm never going to want to do anything. I'm always going to think I can't do anything. So I just kind of got numb to it. I ignored it. And when I was around people who weren't that way, who were feeling it, embracing it, doing what they could to change they would hear things I would say, and they'd almost be on some like Uncle Tom shit. And I didn't realize how I was coming off.
Yeah.
I'm like, yo, I'm just trying to survive. And they're like, yo, bro, you need to take it in and really get into it. So I appreciate the people who understand and care enough to understand that this is a journey, and like my journey is different than everybody else's, and give somebody the opportunity to understand, because as time went on, I understood how it was coming off and being like, no, I have to embrace this. And that kind of came with just me learning about my own emotional, stuff, and dealing with stuff with my mom, and everything that rolled in with that. So once I started dealing with my own emotions, I was able to accept the pain and the strife that came with the history of being us. And, I'm excited to see where this journey goes, because at the end of the day, I love being black. You know what I mean? I love what we do, and I think everybody should be proud of who they are and where they come from. And whether you're black, Chinese, white, no matter what it is, you should be proud of where you come from, but also understand where you fit in the society you live in. That's my point.
That's a fact, man.
You know what I mean? You want some more Hennessy?
Yeah, we're gonna get some more Hennessy to go from. That right there concludes another episode. Speaks and Sip the guest list.
You heard.